Okay guys, welcome to this video looking at Core 1 basic algebra questions, mainly surds. Okay, so we're looking at AS Pure Maths here in this video, so it's appropriate for Year 12 and Year 13 students, and also GCSE further math students and GCSE higher tier as well. But this is aimed at A-level pure maths, okay? So please be mindful of how the questions are worded and presented and how many marks they're worth, okay? Because at GCSE, the marks would be worth accordingly, depending on the level that you're looking at. Okay, as ever guys, please feel free to pause the video, try and attempt all these questions, and then come back and press play when you're ready. This is question number 1, part A. Simplify root 5 plus 2 times root 5 minus 2. Well, expanding brackets, root 5 times root 5 is root 25, which simplifies to 5. Root 5 times minus 2 is minus 2 root 5. Positive 2 times root 5 is plus 2 root 5. And then positive 2 times negative 2 gives me negative 4. Okay, because a positive times a negative for that one. Okay, so collecting like terms, they're going to cancel. 5 take away 4 is equal to 1. Okay, so this one's like a special case here. This one's expanding brackets involving the difference of two squares. Okay. Part B, express root 8 plus root 18 in the form n root 2, where n is an integer. So it's simplifying surds. So root 8 can be expressed as or written as the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. Okay, and the reason why I've chose this is I'm looking for the biggest square number factor that goes into 8. So it's relying to have knowledge on our square numbers. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 times root 2 is 2 root 2, guys, for that one. Okay, and then the square root of 18 is the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. Okay, so 9 is the biggest square number factor that goes into 18. But the clue here is in the question it said in the form n root 2. So you have something times root 2. Okay, so to work out the missing number, what you could do here is do 8 divided by 2 to work out 4, and then 18 divided by 2 to get to 9. The square root of 9 is 3, so we're going to have 3 root 2, guys. 3 times root 2 is written as 3 root 2. Adding these together, 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2 is 5 root 2, guys. Okay, so that's how I simplify my surd for that one. Okay, so let's just delete this so we have a bit more space. Okay, feel free to obviously rewind, okay, as and when you need to. Okay, but I'm just deleting it so I have space for other questions. Okay, question number 4, part A. Express these double bracket surd in the form p plus root 5, where p and q are integers. So integers just mean whole numbers. So expanding brackets with surds, 4 root 5 times root 5. Well, root 5 times root 5 is going to be 5. Times that by 4, I'm going to get 20. So 20, and then I've got 4 root 5 times positive 3, which is going to be plus 12 root 5. Okay, the negative 1 times root 5 is going to be negative root 5, or negative 1 lot of root 5. Okay, that's also fine. And the negative 1 times positive 3 is going to be negative 3, because a negative times a positive goes to a negative. 20 take away 3 is 17. 17 plus 11 root 5. Okay, for that one. Part B, okay, show that root 75 minus root 27 all over root 3 is an integer and find its value. Okay, so I've got to rationalize this. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by root 3. Okay, so I am going to get some big numbers here, but hopefully if you bear with me, okay, on this. So we multiply top and bottom of this fraction by root 3. And the reason for that is we are rationalizing the denominator. So we're getting rid of the third on the bottom part of my fraction. Okay, right guys, so I'm going to have root 75 times root 3 is going to be root 150. Okay, and then root 27 times root 3 is going to be root 81, which simplifies to 9, okay, because the square root of 81 gives us a whole number. Root 3 times root 3 just goes to 3. So I'm going to simplify this third here. I've got something take away 9 all over 3, okay, if that makes sense so far. So root 150 is root 25 times root 6, okay. So we are going to have 5 lots of root 6 here. Oh, sorry guys, I think I've made a mistake here. It's a square root of 225, not 150. I apologise. Okay. So that actually makes the sum a bit easier now. 150, sorry, is double 75 and not triple. The square root of 225 is going to be 15. Okay, because 225 is a square number. 15 take away 9 is 6. 6 divided by 3, I get the answer of 2. So I get the whole number 2. Okay, integer just means whole number, okay, including 0 and negative numbers. Okay, question number 3, guys. So express root 5 plus 3 all over root 5 minus 2 in the form p root 5 plus q, where p and q are integers. So again, rationalizing the denominator. So multiply top and bottom by its conjugate. Okay, so I'm going to have root 5 plus 3 over root 5 minus 2. Okay, I'm going to multiply top and bottom of this fraction by 1, i.e. root 5 plus 2 over root 5 plus 2. Okay, so I'm timesing by its conjugate. All that just means is a fancy way of saying, well, whatever the sign is here, it becomes a plus on the top and bottom, okay? So it's the same number, but then I just change the sign of that. And the reason for that is we get the difference of 2 squares on our denominator, okay, which gives us a whole number answer. Okay, so on the bottom, we're going to have 5 take away 4, which is going to be just 1, okay? So your answer is going to be all over 1. On the top, I'm going to have root 5 times root 5 is root 25, which simplifies to 5. Okay, plus 2 root 5 plus 3 root 5, so we're going to have plus 5 root 5, and you simplify that, and then 3 times 2 is going to be 6. Okay, so collecting our like terms, okay, divided by 1 doesn't change our answer, so let's just get rid of that division by 1. Okay, 5 plus 6 is 11, so we're going to have 5 root 5 plus 11. Okay, so it's just expanding brackets with surds. Okay, I apologize if I jump like a step here, but it's just expanding a double bracket with surds and collecting your like terms. Okay, on the bottom, I have the difference of 2 squares, so the middle terms will cancel, so I'm left with just root 5 times root 5 is root 25, which simplifies to 5, and then minus 2 times 2 is going to be 4. So I'm going to have 5 take away 4, which gives me 1. Okay, and on the top I'm going to have root 5 times root 5, which is 5, plus 2 root 5, plus 3 root 5, which gives me that 5 root 5, and then 3 times 2 is 6, which is where that 6 has come from. Okay, part B, part I, guys, express root 45 in the form n root 5. Okay, so it's simplifying surds. Okay, again, it's finding the highest number square factor that goes into it. A little